In this example, we're going to be converting between degree and radian measure. So in letter A, we have 120 degrees, and we want to convert it to radians. So to do that, we're going to use the conversions that we talked about right above. If we're going from degrees to radians, we're going to multiply by pi radians over 180 degrees. And what happens with that, we multiply straight across the top. Remember, you can put 120 over 1 if you think about the fraction. So you multiply across the top and multiply across the bottom. So on the top, we get 120 pi over 180. If you think about your units, we've got degrees here and degrees here, which are going to cancel out, leaving us with just radians as our unit. And then we want to simplify. In order to simplify, remember, pi as itself is an irrational number and cannot change back to a fraction. So we know that our answer is going to contain pi in it. And then what we have to do is we have to simplify 120 over 180. All you need to do on your calculator is divide 120 by 180 and then change it back to a fraction. When you look at that fraction, you'll get 2/3, which means we have 2 pi over 3 radians. Taking a look at letter B, if there is no degree sign, then you can assume that it's radians. So usually we don't write radians, it's just understood that it is radians in terms of a measurement if there's no degree there. So this right now is radians, and we want to change it to degrees. To change it to degrees, we need to multiply by 180 degrees over pi radians. When we do that, again, we're looking at the top. We're going to multiply across the top. We're going to multiply across the bottom. So what happens is we get 5 times 180, which is 900, and we can't forget we have the negative sign there. So we get negative 900 pi over 6 pi. Well, the pi's are going to cancel out. So one on the top, one on the bottom, those are gone. If we think about our units, remember this is in terms of radians, so our radians cancel out. And then we are left with negative 900 divided by 6, which will give us negative 150 degrees. Then I'd like you to do the two try this. So try those. So pause it now and unpause it when you're ready to check. If you did this correctly, letter A you should get to be negative pi over 4 radians. And letter B you should get to be 270 degrees. If you have any questions, please let me know.